Alright guys, so this is what it looks like assembled. As you can see, that's that pin that I was telling you about. That's how it goes. That's where the screw goes, right in between, and that's the other pin that goes right where it clips, right in there. So this is the new brake pads. Now you can also see the pressure pins inside, which is those two lines that are cross parallel, and then the other one in between is the brake pad support that goes back down there. So what I did was I started to clean off all that stuff that was here, the debris from these old pads. So you can see they're pretty bad shape, which you can see that I left a pretty good mark in there. So I scrubbed everything off. That's what the scratches are. I used this guy to get into the smaller crevices, and then this guy to get into the bigger surface areas. I also applied some brake cleaner on the rotor to try to get as much of it, and you can see that's what it came out. So if you live in a state that uses salt on the roads, I highly suggest that you don't make the same mistake as I did and clean this bike at least once a week. Just take it to a car wash and just spray it with a power wash. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take this guy off, I'm gonna take this guy off, and I'm gonna mount and present. I'm not gonna tighten anything. I'm going to present the caliper to the rotor, mount everything back up, because I need to see if my piston, which is this little thing in there, that little circular thing that goes in here, I think that it's stuck due to the corrosion inside of it. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to dismantle the whole thing back up again, take this C-clamp and start to use these old pads, put them back in there, and start to compress and decompress that piston using the brakes, and putting in and out to make that loose again. I have these guys to use. I have PVC blaster, which loosens out pretty good. And then I have another brake cleaner just in case. So I'm gonna keep doing that to see what happens, to see if that piston comes loose again. Yeah, so I'll get back to you once everything is done, and I'll explain everything I did. All right, cheers.